Hello everybody, it's me Em, and today I'm doing a speed build. I actually tried to record this voiceover like 3 times. The first time I was eating whipped cream and I couldn't get out my sentences, and so I started over. The second time I was still eating whipped cream, but then I forgot what I was gonna talk about in this, so then I had to start over because I just kept going, yeah, so that was the second voiceover. Then the third voiceover, I was hitting my knee all over my nightstand and it was terrible and it was messing up the audio and it was just crazy. Oh, okay, so I film on my nightstand. Like, I have my nightstand. I'll insert a picture, somewhere here of how I film. But basically, I film at my nightstand beside my bed, and I have, a little rock band microphone that's on a tripod that's literally taped to a tripod right now. And it's just sitting next to me. So that's how I record this stuff. Anyway, so I have my rock band microphone, my laptop with my rock band microphone plugged into it, with my charger plugged in, and everything's just sitting on my nightstand. So there's no space for your legs to go. So I kind of I never sit with my feet on the ground anyway. I always sit in an odd position, with my feet I'm sitting on my feet, I'm sitting crisscross, any of that. I've never had my feet on the ground, so I didn't think that this would be an issue to film here. But apparently it is. I keep banging my knees on my nightstand, the drawers, and then it just shakes everything. Then everything's all a wreck. And then all of a sudden, the microphone fall over, and it was just a terrible, terrible, terrible time. I also, okay, I'm gonna give you a little nightstand tour. Right now, I literally have my microphone, 12 Luden's cough drop wrappers, earrings, a really, really, really old Sour Patch watermelon that I found on my floor that I put on my nightstand because I didn't feel like moving to the garbage at midnight. Anyways, I have a cup of whipped cream because, as I said before, I was literally eating a cup of whipped cream before. And I also have my binders. Now, this is a weird thing that I do. I like to organize things, but only certain things that I really care about. Like my room, it's trashed. But there are certain things in my room, like my makeup. My makeup is literally organized by shade, by color. I set my palettes aside. I do blushes. Oh my god, I have a sick obsession with makeup. So that's all organized, and my planning for this is all organized. I literally have three, those Staples binders. I have 3 of them, but they're teeny tiny little binders. They're actually the size of my hand. So in one of the binders I have name ideas because for Sims you always need names. They're only first names, but I'm filling it up pretty quick. I have a lot of names and I check off the ones that are really good. Hold on, my dog is barking. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, my binders. So in one binder, which is my these little binders, I have names for Sims, and then in another binder, I have planning, dates and stuff that I have to film things, and if I want there, it's just stuff that I have to do. And then in my third binder, which is a little white binder, it's kind of really filled up right now. It has ideas for LPs, challenge videos, things that I want to do on this channel. And that's all I have. And then weird thing about me, I have these little Disney characters that look like little logs and they're really cute. They're called Tsum Tsums. Look them up on the internet right now and then look up the young oyster Tsum Tsum. That's what I have on top of my stack of binders. It's literally the cutest thing ever. I'm really obsessed with it, and it just brings me back to simpler times. But that's what I have stacked on my binders, and it's just so cute because he looks at me when I film, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you. Like that's weird because I'm talking to a fake oyster that is a Disney character, but it's so cute. I got it from Japan because okay. So when I was little and we took our first trip to Disney, we went to Disney for 5 years in a row when I was younger. But on my first trip to Disney, we stayed at I don't know what hotel. I think it was All Stars Hotel or something. And we were in the lobby and they had a little screen and it was playing Alice in Wonderland. And there was the part where the oyster and the carpenter and they're just like they're talking about the story, and I was just sitting there waiting to get our room, so I went and sat by the TV where they were playing that part of the movie, and I was just like, oh my god, I love this. So now I associate like my first trip to Disney with the oyster. I actually associate Disney with that oyster, and it's like really weird. It's like a really weird thing to associate with it, but that's what I think of when I think of Disney. Like I think of the young oyster and the carpenter and all the oysters getting eaten, which is really sad, but they're so cute. Anyways, what was I going to talk about? Oh, this video might go up a little late today because I plan to post at 6, but I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm trying to get a job, like an actual real life job. Like, I'm going to a preschool because I want to work with kids. Like, I want to work in early childhood education when I, you know, get get out of college and stuff. So that's what I really want to do. So I'm going to try and get a job at this preschool. So I used to go to this preschool. I can't remember if I talked about this now or before. I definitely talked about it before. So I went to this preschool when I was like really little, like when I was like in 2003. And so when I went in to try and like talk to the lady to see if there's like a job opening and stuff, she was like, "Oh my god, we love your family." I was like, "Really? You remember my family? We were here in 2003, girl." And so it was like me and my little sister went there. So I was like, "Yeah, I went here. I really want to work in early childhood education. So like this would be like really fun for me." And so now I have to go back when the kids are awake from their nap, and they're gonna like test me out, like they're gonna put me with like the infants and the toddlers and like see how I work. But I'm pretty nervous about it because like what if I screw up, like what if I drop a child? That probably won't happen, but now that I said that it won't happen, it probably will happen. So if I drop a child, you'll hear about it. I don't think I will though. Fingers crossed, literally fingers crossed, that I do not drop a child today. Anyways, so this video might go up a little late because I don't know when I'm going to be coming back from that. So I don't know if I'm going to be like able to um upload the video in time. I might just make it like a scheduled upload. Can you do that on YouTube? I don't know. I don't do that. I literally just post when I post. Anyway, how much? Oh my god, I've been talking for 8 minutes already. So I'm trying to get a job. Oh, okay. Now I know what I can. So I am a college student, and I was just like my first semester, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do liberal arts because I don't know what I want to do. So I took a bio class. Like I took a lot of other classes, but one of my classes is the bio class, and it meets 3 times a week for 1 hour and 15 minutes for 2 days. But on Wednesdays, we meet for 3 hours, literally 3 hours. And my bio teacher is the worst human being on this planet. So we're all failing. Like, first off, everyone's failing. There's not one person in this class that is passing. So we started off this semester with 27 kids, and we're down to 11 now. I think it might be 10 because I think someone dropped out before we left for Thanksgiving break. But that's a lot of kids who have dropped this class because he is the worst teacher, like professor ever. Like he's horrible. And like he doesn't want to admit that he's not good. Like we tell him like we would learn better if you would not jump to things, cuz what he does is he would ask us a question like, what is photosynthesis? And we'd be like, and would not, because that's easy, but like he would ask like a harder question. We'd be like, what is photosynthesis? And we'd be like, and then we'd be like looking through our notes trying to figure it out. But then he'll be like, oh, and then he'd ask like another question, like, what is cell respiration? Where is the uterus? And we're just like, you just asked one question, but now you're asking like 5 other questions. We don't know where you're going with this. And so we told him that, like, it was literally me who told him that. Like, I was literally like, you're jumping to conclusions here, not conclusions, you're jumping questions, and we're not understanding where you're going. You're moving too quickly with it. And he goes, no, you are just not listening to me. I'm like, dude, you're okay. let me explain. He's Russian. Like, he has a very thick Russian accent. So when he talks really fast, it doesn't sound like English. So you're kind of left like, well, what do we do now? We don't know what he said. He just to prove my point, he didn't know how to say chaos. Like, he goes, there's a lot of chaos in this cell. And we're like, what? And he goes, chaos. And we're like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, chaos. Isn't that a word? And we're like, no. What do you mean? And then he spells it out on the board. And we're like, chaos? And he's like, yes. Like, dude, how are we supposed to understand you when you say crap like phagocytosis and when you can't even say chaos? I don't understand how I'm supposed to learn like that. And he's like, just read the textbook. And I'm like, but he told us specifically not to read the textbook because he spends most of his time correcting the textbook instead of actually like teaching us stuff. So like he'll just like sit there and be like, cross this out in your textbook and replace it with this, blah 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 blah. And we're like, excuse me, but you just told us to read he's just a very horrible man. I dislike him very much. And he doesn't like listen to me. Like, I'll scream out the right answer and he'll be like, well, no one understands, I guess. I'll be like, dude, I literally just screamed the right answer. Um, we're almost done. We have like 30 seconds left. So, uh, if you want us to go like through this, I'm not gonna include any screenshots at the end of this build because I do a little house tour at the beginning of my city living LP, which will probably be up Thursday or Friday. I have to look at my schedule, but you know, stuff happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below or a comment or whatever you want to do. But yeah, I hope you really liked it. But you know, whatevs. Bye.